Cannabis.
Sativa.
Dope.
Indica.
Weed.
Leaf.
This is Leaf Life.
All things cannabis for all people.
Now, here are your hosts, Ricker and the Bearded Lorax.
We publish a magazine called The Leaf that is available in print in 13 states at your local cannabis retailer and also available online at leafmagazines.com. My name is Mike Ricker, and I am your host of Leaf Life with my co-host Wes Abney, also known as the Bearded Lorax.
I speak for the trees.
And of course, there's Stashley.
The token female.
And Mary J. White.
The smoking female.
We're all feeling pretty optimistic right now because our house arrest is coming to an end. So it's time to breathe in the smell of sunshine and blooming flowers and get outside the congregate. To an extent, at least. So how is this going to work exactly, and how will cannabis play a role in this new reality? This is Coming Out of Quarantine.
And it's time to take those ankle bracelet masks off.
In our first segment, we'll talk about live events. And in the second segment, the year of the introvert. That's me and you, Mary J. White. Yeah,
that was a good year, wasn't it?
But before we get educated, we've got to get medicated. So let's get stoned. Oh yeah, Wesley! This is where our friends at home and out and about smoke up and, get their heads straight, Wes.
Ooh, please get high for me.
And it's also where we introduce this show's Greg the Guinea Pig.
Hi, I'm Greg, and Ricker used to try his weed out on me. But now it's someone else's turn to be the guinea pig.
That's right, and that person who is getting their turn is Kate Anderson, who's the venue manager for WITHINSODO, which is a premier event space in South Seattle, which we are recording from currently. In fact, we're at the Leaf HQ here in the Georgetown district. But WITHINSODO was recently used for the WEEDMAPS 420 Urban Golf event, which Wes and I hosted. Kate, welcome to Leaf Live.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you, cheery and bubbly. And now we're going to find out what you're going to be hitting as we spin Stash's wheel to find out what's in Stash's stash.
And now, what's in Stash's stash? Will it land on the nug jug?
She's got her fingers crossed, Wes.
The vape cart, the edible, the infused drink,
she's hoping
the
for
inhaler,
the suppository.
or the suppository.
And it lands on
The dab saucer.
the dab saucer. Kate, you weren't supposed to do dabs today.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I told my husband I wasn't.
Oh, honey.
Sorry.
He's your husband. He's not listening anyway.
Exactly. He doesn't matter.
Today we have the Diamond line from Desaus, their Purple Punch.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Okay, Desaus, Wesley.
I like Desaus.
Yeah, that's
To Polly and
Polly,
Blake.
my gangster, Polly.
Good work, boys.
That's right. And that's our concentrate of the month for the month of April, of May, Wes.
May is correct.
And what's the name of the company again?
Desaus.
Desaus.
D-E sauce.
Doing delicious hydrocarbon and solventless rosin here in the state of Washington.
They've got some beautiful strains as well, man, and gorgeous GMO cookies.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, and now she's going to take a hit off that Puffco Peak there, Wesley. That's the Leaf Life Puffco. And there it goes. Okay.
Ooh, good job, girl.
Oh, she has a very pleasant look on her face, Wes.
Yeah, delicious, well-rounded. Had some nice fruity notes to it.
Okay, this isn't wine, by the way.
My bar background just comes out.
Cannabis strain called Well Rounded, but I can dig it.
That purple punch is sweet.
Desaus, big ups to Polly.
Good work.
Yum.
Okay. Well, let's get into it, man. Coming out of quarantine. My God, can we please exhale? It's been a year since we've been in lockdown. I feel like I've been in prison, Wesley. And you're right. The ankle bracelet has to come off. So what does this mean for live events, Kate?
Well, we are in iteration 9 right now from Washington State on the mandates.
Wow.
So it is epically changing all the time. As of right now, you can have up to 50% of the venue's capacity indoors, and outdoors is not regulated by numbers, but only by your ability to socially distance in your group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've made a lot of progress from where we were this time last year, and especially from this winter.
And that's wonderful because I think we're all just dying for a chance to do something.
Other than get stoned in front of the TV again.
And listen to Leaf Life.
Oh, well, that's okay. You can do that all you want. You know?
So you mentioned 9 iterations so far of rules changing over the last year. I've gone through it with kids and school and events and everything. It's like, can we just have some freedom again? And of course, we all love wearing masks here and being safe. And, you know,
we do.
I guess we don't love it, but we do it.
You gotta do it.
And Wes and I are stoked for the Tame Impala show this summer at the Gorge, man. What's that going to be like?
Ooh, something of that scale is so out of my personal realm of knowledge, but, you know, I would think at an outdoor venue that they are going to be hopefully just having spaces designated so you can spread out a little bit more, but you can still have that nice group concert feeling, maybe without the sweaty dude like leaning against your back as you're trying to watch the show. So some slight perks.
Does that mean I'm not going to the show with Wes anymore?
Gonna break up the bromance.
As long as you know him.
Okay.
As long as he's in the pod.
As long as I
in
love
your
that
pod.
sweaty dude, we're all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I love you, Wes.
Oh, I love you too, bro.
Good thing, brother.
And Kate, you mentioned off air that like you guys have stopped letting people push their wedding dates out and stopped letting people keep canceling bookings, and you guys are saying now is the time. It's okay to throw an event if
We
you're
actually
careful.
are allowing postponements still,
Okay.
but we have, you know, just kind of gotten a little bit closer to what our standards would have been before as far as cancellations and rescheduling. I quite honestly feel so blessed that our team at WITHINSODO has been incredibly generous to people throughout this pandemic. You know, it's hard to balance the needs of a business with the moral needs of your clientele, and, you know, being a venue that's in the nature of celebrations and love and important things like that, we have very much considered our individuals' needs in line with safety and
It's a great venue too, man. It's like multi-tiered. There's a beautiful rooftop where we held our 420 event, or on camera there, Wesley. And I tell you, it's a far cry from where we were a year ago. So coming out of quarantine is happening, just slowly.
And I think it's a little slower than we all want.
Well, sure.
But that's okay because we're at least getting back out, and we're realizing that if we're safe and we're careful, we can gather again.
But I know the live event is happening, the Tame Impala show at the Gorge, because and they haven't announced it yet here in the state of Washington or the tour, but they are headlining Glastonbury Festival Bonnaroo it was that I saw in Tennessee. So that's happening. So I assume that they've got a plan.
Oh, yeah. There's no way that, you know, well, I can't say that I know much about Tennessee's current mandates, but every state has at least some pieces in place. And, you know, as representatives of the live event industry, we do need to be good community members and make sure that we're upholding that side as well as looking out for our clients and our guests, you know, enjoyment factor as well.
Well, I know in Tennessee, chewing tobacco will probably be a requisite to get through the door, but that's okay.
Chewing tobacco.
But man, look, I would go see a Culture Club show right now if go easy, right? Mary J's like, if it was a live event that I knew I could get into, man, just to be around people and hear music.
Yeah, I think the most challenging part is the expectation of going to a show and it being exactly how it was in 2019, because, you know,
Not gonna be that way.
yeah, people are we still need to be safe, and we still need to like act and operate in a way that is beneficial to our fellow humans, and, you know, have those enjoyable moments, but not be so selfish that we overlook those important factors.
Right. I think most people have kind of that anxiety anyways of being too close or not sanitizing enough or not having a bathroom to wash your hands in. It's like, I can't go to porta potty right now. I don't know who can, you know.
That's nasty.
That like just causes me so much
And I
gross germs.
I can't speak to, like, you know, what Tame Impala will look like, or, you know, big event venues in the outdoors like the Gorge. But at WITHINSODO, we've taken all measures we can. We have touchless hand sanitizer, paper towels, soaps throughout the building. We've upgraded all our air filters and increased the ability for air circulation. And we've also been really generous with our clients again, and maybe they had smaller spaces rented, and we've been able to give them a greater amount of space so they are able to meet those social distancing mandates that are in place.
And so you guys are being really flexible working with the state, working with the governor, and also working with your clients, all to just throw parties again.
Exactly. There's actually a group I'm recently been volunteering with that I have to give a lot of credit for, the Washington State Wedding and Events Advocates. And it's a group of local professionals that have come together to go to our governor and these legislative powers because they don't understand the complexities of what's needed for people to gather in this way. And so they're advocating for our industry as well as the safety of folks attending events.
That's wonderful. And it's a huge part of the economy because when someone, gets a wedding at WITHINSODO, they're paying you guys as the venue, but they're paying the caterers, they're paying the musicians, they're paying
so many moving parts.
all these different pieces that all add up to a healthy economy, lots of jobs, and the ability to say I do in a fun way.
Yeah. That's so romantic. You're so cute.
Oh,
what a nice thing.
Are you making a pass at Wes?
No, God, no.
I was going to say I do, Mary. But
Well, you're adorable. No, but I know your children, so.
But that's a good thing, right? What about sharing joints?
Not a problem. Never at all. I was going to ask, though, because I've seen your venue and it's beautiful, right? And you're starting to open up, right? And people are going to have weddings and everything.
Oh, yeah.
How hard is it to crash a wedding at your venue?
Ooh, quite hard.
Wes and I want to know, by the way.
We value the security of our clients and the integrity of their events. So I'm sorry I can't have you be crashing any weddings, but I will invite you to the next public party we have.
Well, because weddings are all about free booze and free liquor.
That's true.
Horny people.
Yeah, where am I supposed to find my next stage 5 clinger? Hey, Kate, it's time for you to play I'm Coming Out.
All right.
I think I'm gonna just stay in.
No one wants to stay in when it's so much fun to come out. This is I'm Coming Out.
All right, this is a brand new one just for you, Kate. Oh, yeah. Okay, in 1997, this sitcom character came out on the show, sending shockwaves through the television industry. Up to that point, only a handful of gay characters had been seen on television, and none of these were serious leads. At the time, she also announced publicly that she was gay in her personal life. She now has a popular daytime talk show that has recently lost 50% of its ratings due to an alleged toxic work environment. Who is it?
Ellen.
Of course.
Good job, good job.
Fantastic author, by the way. She has some really fun books.
Oh, speaking good about Ellen already.
I've wondered about all that backlash and all that stuff. I mean, come on.
Everybody's trying to cancel anybody who's successful.
I know, let's just stop it.
Number 2. Well, not that I wasn't there, so I can't say. Just,
Well, that's true.
Okay.
Whatever.
Number 2, this African-American country singer who had 2020's biggest hit with Old Town Road tweeted it on the last day of Pride Month last year. Some of y'all already know. Some of y'all don't care. Some of y'all not gonna fuck with me no more. Who is it?
Lil Nas X.
That's Lil Nas X.
Montero.
Yeah.
Wesley, do you know who Lil Nas X is?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
It's got them
It's
new
a big
shoes
hit.
out.
That was Old Town Road, bro.
There you go, brother.
shoes.
Just checking. Not sure what Lorax is listening to. Culture Club, I know that.
This is true.
Okay.
Save the wave.
And number 3, this Canadian-born actor and producer came out as a gay woman in February 2014 and subsequently as transgender this last December 2020. He has starred in such movies as Inception and 2 X-Men films and was nominated for an Academy Award for Juno in 2007, where he played a pregnant young girl. Last month, he became the first openly trans man to appear on the cover of Time magazine.
Elliot Page.
That's correct, too. She knows her shit.
3 for 3.
You smart. You smart.
What do I win?
Another hit off of that pussy, which is coming up in the second half of the show when we'll discuss the year of the introvert. Hey, at the end of this show, you'll get another episode of Stony Baloney. In fact, get all the Leaf content you're looking for at leafmagazines.com, including every Leaf Life podcast show. Also, look us up on Instagram at Leaf Life Podcast. Now we're coming back in a sec for the second half of the show to talk more about coming out of quarantine and shedding our introverted shell and get another spin of Stash's Wheel and kick it all off with another episode of Who Does That? Leaf Life continues in just a moment.
Leaf Life. These products have intoxicating effects and may be habit-forming. Marijuana can impair concentration, coordination, and judgment. Do not operate a vehicle or machinery under the influence of this drug. There may be health risks associated with consumption of this product. For use by adults 21 and older. Keep out of the reach of children.
Welcome back to Leaf Life. In just a moment, we'll dive deeper into coming out of quarantine and the year of the introvert. And we'll spin Stash's wheel to see what products this show's Greg the Guinea Pig is going to be trying next. But first, it's time for Who Does That?
Really? You gotta be kidding. No way. Seriously?
Utterly perplexing.
Who does that?
Mary J. White?
Yes, sir.
There's got to be an idiot out there who made it into the news.
Oh, my God, Becky.
They call that infamy. Yes.
Well, you guys know when you're really hot and you just want to take off some clothes.
Yeah.
Right?
Wes, you're so hot.
Right now, baby.
Yeah, well, okay, maybe not right now, but sometimes like if you're out and about or something, you get a little steamy, right?
Yeah.
Well, in Iceland a couple of months ago,
Oh, the volcano.
the adventure tour guide, Svein Sonori Sigvatsson.
Wow.
Well, okay, so he's the adventure tour guide, and he's adventure touring around the fucking thing that's exploding, right?
I know some Icelandic words, by the way.
Oh, do you know how to say?
Reykjavik.
Yes, they were right by
Okay,
Reykjavik.
that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, so they were at Geldingadalur.
Wes, put that back in your pants. would you?
Hey, bro, it's just my Gildingador.
So this guy, Sigvatsson, works for the tour company I Am Iceland, right?
Wow, yes.
And this is a big festival. Shit's exploding. Yay, let's have a party.
Right.
So they say a festival is not a true festival until someone gets naked.
Oh.
So this, of course, was no exception. And so this guy, thousands of people took his picture naked by the exploding motherfucking volcano.
Yeah.
The
And that's
tour
what happened.
guide.
The tour
Wow.
guide.
Did he charge extra?
No.
Was it an overpriced tour?
No, he was very generous.
They're Icelandic. Was there flowing lava?
Yeah, yes.
Did he eat Taco Bell the night before? Oh,
It
wait,
doesn't
different lava.
say.
Sorry.
It doesn't say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Anyway, Iceland.
You didn't get that one, did you, Wes?
I'm familiar with fire.
Now, I saw that dude in the news, and those crazy Nordic cats, man, they'll do
know.
anything,
Yeah.
and super white butt and everything.
the whitest.
Yeah.
Those are my people. Those super white people.
And there's only like 350,000 people in the entire country of
Yeah.
Iceland.
So you're definitely fucking your cousin.
I heard that it's pretty cheap to fly to Reykjavik.
That's what I
But
heard,
it's
too.
expensive as hell to hang out there.
Yeah, well, because where are you going to get the food?
Nowhere else.
Exactly.
Unless catch it with your teeth in the ocean. All right, hey, let's find out what Kate's going to be hitting next and get another spin of Stash's wheel. Okay, Stash.
Oh, we got another dab saucer from
put her-
Desaus.
put her back
Desaus
in
saucer.
What's that?
We got another dab saucer.
Oh, cool.
Desaus.
Desaucin.
Desaus and saucer.
Right on.
Full of Viper cookies.
Viper cookies. Yes, please. Viper. You're so weird.
Is that would be that would be like
cobra?
hybrid,
Right.
Wes? Kind of Viper would be, I would think, a sativa, and cookies we know is an indica. right?
Okay, yeah. So it's probably.
Wes is
Yeah,
nodding.
it's-
He's nodding his head. He's
Marijuana.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wes doesn't count sativa indica, by the way. It's all about the terpenes, Wesley.
That's right, baby.
Indeed. That's why I like Desaus.
Ooh, full of
They look
terps. And
delicious.
she's hitting that Puffco peak like a real pro, like she's done it before WITHINSODO. Not necessarily. So Sodo is a district south of Seattle. That's why it's called Sodo. So district, Sodo, whatever.
South
I
of the
think-
dome.
South of
Beautiful.
downtown.
Dome. right.
Beautiful Soda Sopa by Kenny's house.
Yeah, it's very close to the stadiums. How's that taste, Kate?
It's good. A lot more like kind of piney herbal notes in this
Oh,
one.
that's my ticket. When we're done with the show, I'm taking a hit of that.
It smells so funky. I was wondering the same thing.
That's
Taste the-
Wes's armpits, by the way.
The cookies.
Yes.
It's the
Yeah,
cookies.
I was marinating it for you.
Thank you. So, Kate, I hope you're not too high because you would be introverted if you were. And this is the year of the introvert, and we're coming out. And what does it mean? People are used to being at home, used to being antisocial now, and we're going to be a different society, aren't we?
We're used to making our own drinks, too. A little stronger than the bartender.
Stronger. And have you guys noticed now when you do meet someone, I kind of don't know, like, I've forgotten that, the entry stuff, right? I just go right to, I mean, it's hard to just have a normal conversation because we haven't had them in so damn long.
You live in Seattle, and this city's full of passive-aggressive people.
That's true.
I'm with you, Mary. It's hard to end conversations, too, because normally, there's either a formal handshake or a hug,
Yeah,
I'm a hugger normally, but it's like, okay, bye.
Bye, see you
Like,
later.
awkward wave.
Awkward.
Yeah.
People are lingering too, like even on Zoom meetings and stuff. It's like, so you want to talk about something else? It's like, no, I want to get out of this Zoom meeting.
Well, and actually, I do a lot of, videos and stuff, and I had the gang over the other day recording, and they're like, how come we never hang around afterwards and get high? I was like, because you guys got to leave. Yeah. I've been talking to people for an hour and a half. I'm done, And normally I would party hardy, but I'm like, no, leave.
Now I'm going to go watch a reality show and feel like I'm living my life.
I'm going to go get really high and take off all my clothes. It's usually...
Is that what you're talking about with the entry point? Or,
No,
wait.
no.
Okay. No. Sorry. My bad.
Never mind.
I'm going to shut my mic off, Wes.
It's hard, It's like we've forgotten how to be comfortable.
But yet people are still very much like hungry for that connection that they've been deprived of this last year. And, the weddings and events that we've held so far, people are they've been very conscientious of the rules, but also you can just tell that it's like a big relief to just be around other people's energy. And there's a lot of joy and happiness being able to connect with folks that you haven't been able to for a long time.
I miss my family. Sorry, I just do. The kids are there's a bunch of kids in Arizona. There's some more in freaking Michigan.
Yeah, well, you can't travel now, right?
No.
Unless you get the vaccine. It's coming to, at least.
Yeah.
And even, I flew to Tampa a while back, and nobody's wearing masks there, by the way, in Florida.
Okay,
and on the flight, there were plenty of people, and they were wearing their masks, but there were people on board. So, look, society is changing. We all know it, right? Yeah. We're in new, uncharted territory now.
Yeah.
And we're having to relearn social skills.
Or learn new ones even.
Yeah.
Stuff that we didn't know how to do before, like, greet each other with our elbows and shit like that.
Yeah,
so
we're all
becoming
being retrained.
more introverted. But as we all know, life is a roller coaster, and what goes up must come down. So as we're introverted now and a little bit apprehensive about touching other people and sharing joints, what's going to happen on the backside when everything opens up, Wesley?
Well, as my partner on Leaf Chews, Carl, says, who does a show at the bar that's a music venue connected to WITHINSODO called Monkey Loft, and they normally do like sunset to sunrise parties during the summer where there's a lot of sweaty touching going on. And he said the pendulum swings hard, Wes. So people are going to come out and they are just ready to party. And I think that there's going to be that balance of some people are going to be like, stay 6 feet, bro. Some people are going to be like 3 feet. And then there's going to be the mosh pit, and it's just whatever your level of comfort is. I think now's the time to start getting out and pushing it a little bit.
But people have definitely learned what the word introvert means.
That's for sure.
Right? Because we're changing. This is a check. And, as you look back a year and a half ago, it seemed as though the society was far more superficial. And this has sort of been a check and balance for society where, you know what? You're in trouble for being that way and for caring too much about social media and whatever the Kardashians are doing or whatever car somebody's driving. And now you're on house arrest for a year. And when you come out, you better be more appreciative.
Thank you for saying that because I hadn't thought about that. But it's absolutely true. Even now, like seeing you guys, this is the highlight of my freaking month. This is like social interaction.
Right.
That's a big damn deal.
Well, as you were saying, this introversion has given folks an opportunity to really get to know themselves better, though. And that pendulum does swing. And we were so focused on the external that now we have an opportunity to really reevaluate like our personal values, what matters, and is connection and community one of your prioritized values? And to be able to seek that, hopefully in a safe and following the mandates manner.
Yeah.
And for a lot of people, getting to know themselves is not something they necessarily asked for.
Yeah.
So there have been a lot of people who have reverted to some bad habits, sitting in front of the television too much, yelling at the children too much, and drinking too much, or maybe abusing cannabis or other drugs too much. So you come out and you're a different person and you don't necessarily like yourself better. So there's this sort of dichotomy, I think, of people that used this time to work on themselves and their lives, and people who kind of faded into oblivion and are going to come out of it even worse.
Thanks for making me feel guilty,
I know.
Ricker.
Keep your self-story bullshit to yourself.
I'm not judging, but it is true.
You know, he's the guy that during the last year remodeled the house, learned Italian, became a gourmet chef, and had 3 new girlfriends. That's him. The rest of us were sitting around with our finger up our nose watching reruns of America's Next Top Model.
That's not actually true. Wes and I spent the entire year in front of a laptop having Zoom meetings, building our company from
right.
4 states to 13 states and doing more Leaf Life podcasts and more Stony Baloney. We worked our asses off, and we used this time to be productive.
Well, my ass got fatter.
It's adorable.
Yeah, I think regardless of like whether people had a good year or a bad year, who fucking cares? It's a new year.
Yeah.
So, like pre-COVID, Ricker was always trying to get me to go to live shows, and even Carl would be like, yeah, VIP, man, come for free. I'll buy you some drinks. I'd be like, yeah, I think I'm tired. I'm just going to stay home. That's gone, I think, for a lot of people. Like the reverse, the anti-FOMO, where it's like you just don't care that everyone's out having a good time. Yeah. Now it's like any concert, any opportunity. I mean, I am there.
Culture Club?
Anything.
Yes.
And I think people want that excuse to get back out. And so I think people are going to be partying harder. I think we're going to have a new appreciation for live music, live events.
Yes.
Before people wanted to watch TV, they wanted to be in their own space. They wanted to, have things exactly their way. I think now we miss people. We miss the chaos and being one in a sea of many.
Truth.
Yeah.
And getting that chance to just experience that collective community, is gorgeous. We need it. We want it. And as a species, we're not meant to be holed up, looking at a talking box for answers.
I got to tell you guys, though, I'm going to have to break up with my cat.
What?
Well, I mean, I love him.
Hugo J. Treadwell?
He sleeps under the covers.
Yeah.
He follows me around the house.
Oh, right.
He sits on the toilet, and
He's
I have to
gotten
sit
very
on.
used to having you around all the
clingy.
time.
He's very clingy.
Yeah, my chickens are the same way.
Right?
Lisa is like,
your
goes
chickens.
everywhere I go.
I know she loves you.
I know. And when I'm not home, she's not cool with that.
She's
She
lonely.
wants me around. Well, she's got her 2 sisters, but I get you. Is the whoever it is that you've spent the most time with, your television set, whatever, is going to miss you desperately.
You guys met my Hank at some of our prep work for the 420 events.
Oh, Hank, your dog.
Yeah.
Hey, Kate, now it's time for you to play Awkward.
Awkward.
Okay, Kate. Here we go. You ready?
I think so.
I don't think you are, but you have no choice. Here we go. Number 1. Kate, WEEDMAPS recently threw their world-class 420 urban golf event at your event space WITHINSODO. The WEEDMAPS representative who put the entire event together is Devin Ryan. I know you're married, and so is Devin, but do you think Devin is hot?
Oh, Devin's very handsome. I adore him.
Hey, right on, girl.
Handsome, not the same thing as hot, Wes.
That wasn't awkward.
No,
That wasn't.
No.
That was...
Kate, thanks for not making that awkward. So let's go to number 2. Your dog's name is Hank,
It is.
who is named after the alter ego of the famous writer Charles Bukowski. Yeah, you thought I didn't remember.
I'm shocked.
Okay.
Good job.
Bukowski once told his wife to be that he had the face of a ravaged lion. Do you think Bukowski was hot?
No.
She's like,
She's just.
she's got an open
truthful.
relationship. That's
wow.
correct answer.
My
by the way.
introversion made me understand what I want and what I don't want, what I like and what I don't.
Good girl, yes.
She is a complete human being.
Very evolved.
Wow. Okay, number 3.
Okay.
Do you think bearded Loraxes are hot?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Wow, Wesley.
Yeah,
Jeez.
baby.
All right. I mean, there's only one answer to that.
Yeah.
Awkward.
What?
Awkward.
Not awkward.
No.
We all know that Wes is hot.
He's smoking.
Now, look, if Kate validates Wes's hotness, Wes is hot.
That's right.
Stash. Oh, Stash, are you saying that
It's
Wes is not?
awkward. It's awkward.
It is?
Is it because he's like your older brother?
Wes.
Yeah, I guess.
it's kind of like,
I don't know.
yeah.
This
See,
is
to me,
awkward.
he's like one of my kids, so I can say, yeah, he's hot.
But here's
That's
the thing.
weird.
We're not talking about just Wes. We're talking about all bearded Loraxes, okay?
He's the only one I've been honored enough to meet so far.
What?
I know.
You haven't been to Bearded Lorax Fest?
Not yet.
So fun.
Put me on the list.
It's coming to WITHINSODO.
Heck yeah.
And then it's the same weekend as Tame Impala out at the Gorge here in Washington as well. It's Bearded Lorax Fest.
Dang.
Kate, where can we find you on social media?
My personal social media is Kate and Design on Instagram.
Kate and Design. How do you spell Kate? Just kidding.
And WITHINSODO is WITHINSODO. WITHINSODO.
What do you design?
Oh.
Well, my education is in graphic design, so I spent quite a bit of time freelance designing over the last decade.
Nice.
Definitely plays into my role at WITHINSODO as well.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being on Leaf Life.
Thank you so much. It was an honor. Hope to come back sometime.
Wesley, it's time to go see a show, brother.
Let's party, broski. I'm already naked. Under the clothes.
Download this and all Leaf Life episodes at leafmagazines.com. You can also listen to all the Leaf Life podcast shows on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Google Play, and now check out our videos at our YouTube channel. Also, please find us on Instagram at Leaf Life Podcast. Now here comes another episode of Stony Baloney, which is also available at leafmagazines.com. And please be kind to animals.
Your hosts for Leaf Life are Mike Ricker and Wes Abney. Leaf Life is produced by Mike Daly. Some of the music heard is provided by purple-planet.com. Every bit of cannabis you use is female, so please respect the ladies.
Leaf Life is brought to you by Leaf Nation, featuring Alaska Leaf, Oregon Leaf, Northwest Leaf, Northeast Leaf, Maryland Leaf, Amsterdam Leaf, and California Leaf. On the shelf now in your local retailer.
Please stay tuned now for this week's edition of Stony Baloney by Mike Ricker.
Stony Baloney by Mike Ricker.
The Friend Girl. It's a woman who is just a friend, except a guy can't call her a girlfriend like a girl can call another girl a girlfriend. You see, if a man publicly addresses his friend girl as a girlfriend, the silence stews amongst those within earshot. The brows lift, and the inquiries eventually fly like hail in a tornado. Be aware, gentlemen, that the examination will begin suggestively. First, you'll pick up a subtle nudge that comes off as cautiously indirect. It'll be something like, "So, how do you two know each other?" But don't be fooled. There will be disguise in their intentions as they attempt to sound like they're not prying. Your response will be a matter of fact, but if it does not quench their curiosity, the concern can escalate into a full-blown probe. They will tell you that they are worried about you and have your best interests in mind. However, one must realize that there is always a lurking agenda. Ultimately, they are determining one very major factor, and that is if there is any possibility that there may be a new little mustard pants being brought into the world by an unsanctioned woman, because that affects everyone in the tribe. And Mom and Auntie are territorial and will want to be acutely informed because this could drastically affect the family dynamic. You are an adult now, and adults make babies. And if that baby is coming from a woman not approved by the consensus, you're seriously fucking with everyone's happy place. And women understand this much better than men. People need labels. They need it on their shirts, on their spaghetti, on their prescriptions, and on you. Because life is easier to manage when things are categorized and put in their rightful place. So, understand that nomenclature is vital. And as a species, there is the matter of instinct when introducing more human beings into the clan. And the planet. Because we've become too populated. We need to become more potulated.
Stony Baloney